series. Sprout need to play Brave. And so here, DUST2, this is home turf for Sprout. This is a map that they're very comfortable on, and it's not a map that FaZe are very comfortable on, James. So there isn't, there isn't a whole lot to go off of here for FaZe. They haven't won with this roster yet on DUST2. So Sprout stand a good chance of forcing a map 3 thanks to DUST2 being in the pool.
Yeah, I think it shows promise, what we saw on the CT side of Mirage. If this is their comfort pick, then maybe we'll see better than that. But it might have to wait, because Rain planted 2 headshots on long. It's got a crossfire of his teammates. They're both in the red, though. But they'll still continue to deliver problems. You can see Cressy really trying to make something of this, but there's a pop flash play and a double peek. But despite that, both kills going the way of Sprout. They've got some range on long. If they can pick up some USPs, I thought I saw a PT50, but apparently not.
Double dink, sit down, boy.
Yeah, this is turning around entirely after those 2 kills from Rain. There's been nothing else from FaZe Clan. Very unlucky with the pop flash play we saw on long. Doing all the right things, but getting the wrong results. Twist and Brokey moving through now as Sprout will take their time. There's one USP again, the headshots just continue, and they have forced their way back into this pistol round and then some. Sprout 1-0.
Here we go. There we go. Cressy, what a round from him with the triple, but more importantly, Sprout, again, not crumbling. Really taking it to. They knew what they needed to do here in this round. They have the experience on DUST2. They know how to play these pistols. And FaZe, one after another, facing at long. Sure, you've got the USPs. And obviously in your head, if you're going around that corner, you're thinking, I'm just going to get the headshots. It's going to be fine. Turns out Glocks, when you're facing multiple ones, they can hurt you on that CT side. So well done there by Sprout. FaZe getting a little bit ahead of themselves. And so now FaZe are going to be the ones trying to go for the gimmicks. They've got 3 on B right now. Just gathered up, hoping that Sprout were going to try and play in here aggressively. But Sprout are still taking their time with this. They are not rushing anywhere on the map.
I like the bait setup we see on the car. Cold Zero, the first to engage, should a push come in. But Sprout have got 2 players in long, trying to identify what FaZe may be up to. Just waiting for plays to be made are Sprout. We can see FaZe getting a little restless on this B bomb site, starting to creep through, but they have walked into a trap. Cold Zero will have something to say about it though, but before he can fall back, he will be eliminated. And in comes Dennis, expecting no one to be on the bomb site, but that's not the case. Carrigan still by the car position, Brokey with the scout. Pop flash to buy some time. We can see the push up long in the meantime, but this is a very split Sprout team. They've got 2 players on long on the A bomb site, but the bomb is entering B, so these A players have got to do something more impactful here because they're not really helping at the moment. Down goes Dennis, which leaves Slacks alone with the bomb, but here's a flank from Cressy. Carrigan's still alive, and now Sprout takes some more control.
Indeed, should not be Twist getting another kill here. In fact, just don't even bother facing him anymore. Force him to play the bomb. Force him to come to you. He knows that there could be somebody lurking here in CT side, and Twist's perfectly capable, yep, of hitting that shot. So a little bit more expensive than Sprout would have liked, certainly. But they still get the round. That's the important bit right now. You need to make sure that you survive that second round. I think it was Alan. I think it was Alan tweeting this earlier, one of our analysts here at Flashpoint, that there was a 40% conversion rate right now on the second round. So that's actually really sick. Really sick, as in disgusting, as in gross, as in not a good thing, right? Like the kind of you ate some bad food and now you're throwing up kind of
Malade.
sick. Yeah, malade, exactly. If teams are losing second rounds that often after winning the pistol, that's a problem. Sprout, keep their cool and get it done.
Pass play into B, some early damage, and they've seen the numbers enough, Sprout, to weather the storm, at least at the beginning of this round. Looking briefly scary, but very briefly indeed. FaZe Clan looking to do a little more damage. They have claimed Speedy, and they would like to claim one more, but there's a 3-man peek from Sprout to try and stop the bleeding. 3-0 for Sprout. Now the game will really begin.
Indeed.
Got AWP coming in for Brokey, M4s across the board. M4 A4s and silenced M4s, split 50-50. Dennis with a Mac-10 on DUST2. There's a lot of long ranges here, so I'm very interested to see where he will take that. Maybe pop flash through middle doors or something. Perhaps a swing on shorts. We shall see. He is headed to the B apartment, so B halls rather. No apartments here. It's going to be the AK straight through mid. I would imagine the Mac 10 would go there, but anyway. Cold Zero gets plenty of sound cues. A free kill on Speedy through the doors. Maybe expecting to take out the AWP in that position. Early disadvantage for Sprout. They look for something else. We can see Dennis dueling with that Mac 10 towards B. That's not going to be very successful for him. Down he goes. Finally a trade, and Cressy could really rack up the numbers here. 1 versus 2. It's made doable for Slacks. He's got a minute 15. He doesn't have bomb plant pressure. They will hear the sound cues. He can fake, he can commit. It's up to him. And he'll commit while the bomb is planted, while the smoke is up, rather. The shadow spotted by Cold Zero. Never sees it coming. An expensive round for FaZe Clan, but they are on the board.
Double op picked up now for Cold as well. Very expensive, but that double AWP is nasty for FaZe. The fact that they can save that going into the next round is going to pose a bit of a problem for FaZe, for Sprout rather. Sprout are aware of it at least. There won't be an element of surprise where they're not expecting to see a double op in play. Now they know, but that is such a read from Cold. It's like right, just putting some shots through, and it's just impeccably timed and great trading through and through here. So FaZe keeping their cool in their first buy round, and now we get to see. I mean, it is worth mentioning again that FaZe on DUST2 is just it's not a happy time. They've played it 3 times in the last 3 months, and they've lost the last 2 times that they've played it. So it's not exactly a very strong map for FaZe. A win here would mean a lot for them.
Oh, the lineup! It could be 2. It will be. Cressy. That is a lot of damage from him. The bomb still in the hands of Spiddy and Spawn. It went back to collected after that first frag from Brokey. And we spoke about expensive rounds. It's another one for FaZe Clan. 2 versus 3. They've got some plays to make at present as Sprout is still moving through T-Spawn unbeknownst to FaZe. But this one has heated up real quick. It will be the 2 AWPs once again. With Sprout heading towards B. Noise has been cut now. I'm sure they'll look to burst. Not wanting to... Well, I was going to say not wanting to telegraph their position too much, but they are lining up some grenades. And again, that will give warning. Carrigan, he's expected now, the HE. Try and create some space for himself. Distraction, great flick from Brokey, and it's 1v1 now. Carrigan, no stranger to the AWP. Great patience there for that final kill, and FaZe hold on.
To that flash. Where did that flash come from? Carrigan! Making plays, making absolute ridiculous plays. That should never happen. So this is the lineup. So sick at the beginning.
Yeah. I would have liked to see the contact into the B bomb site there. With a man advantage, they could trade on a player. There's likely to be, it's not a guarantee, but there's a fair chance there's 1 person per site. But the FaZe have got the right tools for the job. See the grenades coming, can easily avoid the flashbang and just start lining them up in the choke point of the tunnel. And it's Sprout who get broken first. I really thought with the damage they did that we would see FaZe Clan with the pots and pans of a buy, but apparently it's Sprout.
The info is big here, though, because look at Cold Zero's positioning. He's pushed through mid, through lower dark, into upper dark, sees nobody here. So you can see already rotating off of that B site. They know that they're not at risk on this side of the map phase. And so instead it's going to be a focus on catwalk, a focus on long, doubling up at long. This round is done already. Just off of 1 push from Cold with the info, it should be over.
Target practice for Brokey. AWP India.
Yes, thank you. Let the MP9 get the kills. Stop trying to shoot them with the op. Stop trying to shoot them with the op.
They've got deagles. If you see
Stop trying to shoot them with anything else. Oh my God, why are you killing them with a $100 gun?
Desert Eagles are very dangerous.
No, or at least let Cold go in with the MP9. Why are you getting 3 kills with an op? You made $300.
For me, I think you need to eliminate the threat if you see it. We've seen so many kills with Desert Eagles, things could easily collapse.
Get out of here. You have all the info, you know where they are. Just let Cold, I mean, sure, don't risk the round, but just let Cold go in there and try and get the kills, right? If he dies, who cares? He's got the MP9 and he's already got 2 kills. I mean,
Invest Assembler looking to make that bank.
Serious.
Well, it's a failed push in long. We've lost a player on both sides, but that is a very crucial incendiary. Takes the angle away for Sprout. In the meantime, Dennis will look to have a 1-man take off the short position. They need something here, Sprout, and he'll be on the way to get that something. We'll see if there's a late attempt at split of the A bomb site. This is a very risky position, but Rain will start to fall back. Oh, he hears a collision! He hears a collision! Father now 18 HP. This break could have gone either way. They're both still alive, but in the meantime, Brokey's got some entertaining to do. He's got some guests on this A bomb site, taking out the fine bone China for Sprout as they make their way over to the A bomb site. And indeed, seems that Brokey will be consumed by Sprout on this occasion, but Father now 14 HP, still outside the long doors. Has a lot to do and not much to work with.
Unfortunately for him, so is Rain. That is so unfortunate for Faven, though. Imagine you're Rain and you throw that smoke and you hear it hit somebody. It's just the heart attack moment. Like, oh no. How many are coming through? Can I get my gun out in time? Turns out he can.
Yeah, this is rough. And I unboxed one of those AKs early on.
Which one?
It's Wild
the
Lotus. And I
how much is that worth now?
Well, a lot more than when I sold it. I'll say that much.
Tell me, how much money did you lose?
I don't know. I think I sold it for like, I don't even know, like £70 or something.
Okay, and now it's worth?
Probably 400 plus, at least.
Oh, okay.
I think it's really expensive.
Not as much as I thought it was.
I think
you were going to say like thousands of pounds.
All right, let me check.
Like, I'd have felt bad for you. Then, you know, I mean, what, like 400 pounds? Like, okay, I feel bad for you, but it's not as bad as somebody who sold Bitcoin for like nothing, you know, and they're now it's worth thousands and thousands and thousands.
All right, let me see.
Sucks to be you. Cold needs to reconnect his camera. We have a little bit of a pause here. Glad that we have the cams going. Maintains as much competitive integrity as we can here. Would recommend that Nip look up the definition of competitive integrity.
God, it's up to
What's up?
$4,000 for a battery.
$4,000. Okay, I thought it was worth thousands. I thought it was worth thousands.
Bro, even a battle squad is $1,500. That's unfortunate.
I'm sorry, Bardolph.
That is unfortunate.
Why is it worth so much though? Is it just a rare case?
It was only a drop during the operation. So once the operation's done, outside of trade ups, that's a wrap. You know, and it's scarcity, I suppose. I mean, it's not my favorite AK-47. I know Guardian's a big fan. Had a discussion with him about it. But anyway, Sprout have the Hero AK on Speedy. So they've got a trade there from Rain. Ooh, trying to get that smoke out. I'm surprised there's only one incendiary there. Normally you'd see two. One goes behind blue, as that one did, and the other one goes towards the choke point itself. So if a team makes it out, they can't stand behind blue undercover. So I don't know if that one was, if it was just supposed to be one incendiary towards blue, or if that was supposed to go in the door and missed. Either way, it's given Sprout an opportunity and a second rifle. Reaching the 1 minute mark as Sprout continues to creep. You can see the bomb heading towards long, and they do have 2 smoke grenades, Sprout.
Ooh. An attempt. But this is still going to be the anti-eco sort of lockdown. Should be here with 2 players on B ramp. There isn't a whole lot of hope. Cressy still hanging around, but again, he's only got the Deeg. And in the meantime, this is all a diversion, trying to create room for Faven and Dennis, except that Brokey is still posted up on A site, and he should have the discipline to take a peek towards long in a moment here. He is currently focused on Catwalk. They're going to get pretty close to him. He realizes it.
Oh, this is so awkward. Down goes Brokey, and Sprout might just win this round. It looks like they will. Well, that one got out of control.
That is so unfortunate for Brokey. He looks down long a second before they round the corner, and then he's just focused on Catwalk the entire time because he just checked long and he didn't see anybody long, so he's going to watch Cat for a little bit, and then by the time he's checking long again, they're on top of him.
It's an extremely awkward situation for FaZe Clan. Very back and forth here now on DUST2. It was 4 rounds in a row for FaZe, but at least economically it's back and forth. We can see FaZe at the arse end of the money now. There's a leg onto Cressy, but position is taken by Cressy, and that's a problem. This will force FaZe to try and hold on to the short position. Rain already in an aggressive position in that regard. But you have to expect that the T's will be coming here soon. Short control, very much part of any T-side's default. But he doesn't have any help just yet. You can see Faven jumping away. Sometimes you get wallbanged as you deploy that smoke grenade, so he wants to get out there quickly. There's an exchange from Rain, and now he's got support. The AWP is here as well. I think Brokey may be hopping onto the boxes. They have left long entirely, so Brokey's very bit nervous about what could be around the corner there.
Where's the flash? You can flash through the smoke, though, on Catwalk. It's going to be the molly up to top cat instead, but that's not perfect. There's the flash, and we should have another one. Yep. It's going to force them back off the angle. All of these angles are just flashable, so Faze at least forcing Sprout to use that utility to clear those angles.
They're in real trouble, Faze. They don't have long, they don't have short, they don't even have a pop flash for Rain. The only saving grace is that Cressy's on 16 HP. If Rain can somehow get around this corner in time and clear that, they can have some confidence and focus on the short position. 28 seconds on the clock now. Twist saying hello to Desert Eagle. Rain's got to focus on long, but he gets popped by Cressy in the meantime. But Brokey's ready for it. He doesn't know what's around the corner, so he may have to run back towards long. And same time, he's going to be targeted from the bomb site. But now Sprout are the ones who are in trouble because they don't have long or short as they plant the bomb. Dennis versus 4, completely exposed, and down he goes. What a turnaround again. Faze came into this with not much, but they'll leave with 2 AWPs, 1 AK, and 1 M4A4. Or 2 AKs, in fact.
It's such a painful loss, especially because Sprout still had flash grenades. How are they not throwing a flash to cover car, to cover that op, where ops sit 90% of the time? They sit at car, holding the angle towards Catwalk. You need a flash to at least force them back on this angle, force Brokey off of that so he's not getting that first kill. And that's going to end up costing Sprout. That's going to be a painful loss of a round because I feel like they did everything right up till that point. And obviously, while the moment of truth comes and they don't manage to pull it off. So unfortunate turn of events there for Sprout. Faze now going to take the lead on the CT side. Double op still maintained. A little bit late at long, though, so it's looking like it's going to be a delayed take if they take it at all. Didn't notice if this was based off of spawn for Faze, this long take, or if it's just if they have, you know, twist spawn towards B, so unfortunately they're just not going to take long. Still, we'll get the lurk out into mid now. Speedy going to try and create some room here. And FaZe Clan have completely given up mid. No presence whatsoever in mid.
FaZe were playing anti-flash trade frag towards the long position, but now they will start to show some presence, looking for information at the 1 minute mark. And indeed, Sprout being very patiently waiting for FaZe to look for information, but Cold0 is in a strong position, can avoid a lot of flashbangs from here. We start to see plays being made. That's quite a strong flash, actually. Gets him anyway, misses his shot, did enough, and now they look to charge through the doors. There are problems on this B bomb site. Carrigan doing what he can. We've got Dennis by default. Down goes the bomb by the car. That might buy a few precious seconds for Cold. Another kill for him. The flicks from Cold. 3 on the B bomb site, leaving Slacks alone. Crouch peeking CT spawn to no avail. And FaZe moves to 6. That is 6 rounds from the last 7 for FaZe Clan. CT side DUST2, not the easiest task in the world, but they're doing okay for the time being. Well, that's 1 frag for Cressy. Through the smoke, very nice, but Cold0 overperformed from his position. I've seen Cold0 in free-for-all deathmatch before, and where most people would run around and just try and react to things and so on, depending on where he will spawn, he'll try and like defend a position from everybody spawning around. So often, like on the B bomb site, for example, he'll just try and defend the whole bomb site from the big box. Always putting himself in scenarios is Cold0. Org shreds on the B bomb site. Dennis is past the angle, trying to burst onto Cold, and indeed it is Carrigan with the Org now. With only 1 player to challenge. Really nice spray from Dennis, but needs a bit more. Again, he's got 1:10, but the longer he waits, the more CTs he'll have to deal with. You can see the bomb on the floor, Cold holding the angle. Nice headshot from Dennis. 3 more to go. 4 HP. And now 4 HP less.
FaZe are starting to come into their own. It feels like firepower is really what's making the difference, and perhaps some nerves are starting to creep in here for Sprout. Bit of hesitation we're seeing on this T side, and well, their T side on Mirage was a bit of the same, where they just didn't quite have that firepower to crack things open for them. Here on DUST2, we're seeing a bit of the same. And it was the CT side that really shone for Sprout on Mirage, where they were playing aggressively, playing with a fight. Now, it makes me wonder, are we even going to get that far Nice to see. We're going to get the quick long take coming in here from Sprout this time around, putting a bit of pressure on Cold. There's no presence mid, and this was a nice little change here coming in from Faze. More and more common to see this boost getting used to clear out Catwalk, get a line of sight down into lower tunnels. But now Sprout at least have a base to build off of. They could just take over long. They have all the utility necessary. Just work their way up long, apply pressure to Brokey, force him back.
Rain focusing on short. You can see Spiddy is the lurker now in the mid position. 4-man on road for Sprout.
Where's the second smoke?
Yeah,
okay, Slacks has got it. But now the first smoke is already half worn down. They have to go right now.
I want to see a jumping shot with the AWP. Well, WS standing one from Brokey. Man advantage disappears for Faze as Spiddy makes a play from mid. Again, he's been lurking the entire time. Brokey looking for him, and that is a very strong kill from Brokey. He's waiting for the jump peek now. 3 versus 2. Short still in control of Faze Clan. Sprout being very quiet. There's the peek he was looking for. That leaves Slacks alone. Double peek, and it's Brokey again with 4 kills in a round to bring Faze to 8.
Brokey not showing any fear whatsoever when it comes to facing off against Sprout. He is really coming into his own as the op. 19 kills for Brokey on this CT side of Faze right now. The runner-up is Cold with 13. And just to give you an idea, 6 kills for Kerrigan, 5 for Twist, 5 for Rain. This is just the Brokey show right now. He is popping off.
And it's a great map to do it. He's been in awkward positions on the A-bomb site, and he has delivered. Now we've got 3 players making their way into the B halls with the bomb top mid. Coldzera looking around the mid position once again. Let's not forget early on, I think Sprout tried to send 2 men in to trade frag the AWP, but it was Cold spraying through the smoke. We'll see how much that deterred them. Last time he had the AWP in the window, focusing on the mid from range. This time it's just a dry swing onto Dennis, says hello, and falls back once again, making it 3 players in the B bomb site. Faze not too concerned with the mid position. Short taken by Sprout, but Faze have got control of long.
And they're going to go say hi to the raid boss again. Brokey's in position. Do they have a flash for him? They have multiple flash grenades. I expect to see multiple flashes going over the A site. It should be very difficult now for Brokey to hold.
Let's see how he plays around the smoke. Giving himself some less usual angles, but nobody expected that. Twist will trade the frag, and he's got to focus on holding on long for the retake as his teammates move into position. There may be a second rifle here for Sprite. It's the AWP, of course, in the hands of Slacks. This could be huge. That grenade will do some nice damage. Bomb's been planted. It's a bad plant, as we call it, the hardest one to defend.
They have to stay up on the site, so it's going to be very difficult for them. They can't play for long. They can't play for Cat. They are at risk of getting crunched.
Yeah, and they'll be crunched by the M4 on Twist once again. Rain spraying the garden hose through the smoke, but can't take the weeds out just yet. There goes the AWP. Farvin hiding in plain sight, get popped as well. 2 kills for Sprout and the bomb plant. Maybe there are some late rounds in this half for them, but this will not be one of them.
Well, that was very nice. A very nice job done by Sprout, neutralizing Brokey in the way that they did. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Getting those flashes over the top, staggering the flashes as well, so when he tries to re-peek, boom, he's getting blinded, and you just rush him down. Now afterwards, I mean, they were lacking the firepower to take long-range fights, Sprout. And so I think the big play for them was to get the bomb planted and try to do as much economic damage to Faze after that as possible. And they did just that. So good on Sprout, but now is the crunch time. This is when they have to really get the work done. They need a 5th and a 6th round in this half, I think, to be competitive going into the second half.
I need to learn that smoke Spiddy just did. Because it was one of the fastest smokes, but from behind cover versus the one people normally do, which can be blocked by a sniper. Off angles from Rain. He has a HE in his hand. At what point does he throw it? Oh boy. False sense of security. The HE may have sent the AWP into the apps. I'm not sure exactly, the halls rather. Not sure where it went. Kerrigan now. Posting up on B. Long's been taken, as we can see from Sprout. The bomb alone, watching top mid in case of some aggression. But there won't be any, not there at least. Twist will be on shorts. We've had a lot of short presence from Faze in these rounds. Sprout playing the clock for now. They've got 3 smoke grenades. Worst case scenario, you can smoke CT spawn with one if you're a keen follower of MSL. Got a very nifty smoke when you're in a pinch.
Look at all this information that they're getting, though. Faze, this relentless push for aggression, for information. Cold Zero is going to find Dennis. Clear upper halls. They know this is A long now. Massive spray through the smoke.
Yeah, this is looking rough for Sprout. The dying rounds of the first half look very favorable for FaZe Clan. A fake plant from Speedy in case of a jump, and now how does he plant the bomb? He's 1 versus 5. None versus 5 now. FaZe make it to 10 to the 4 of Sprouts.
Twist just getting left out, man. Everybody gets a kill, but Twist. Rain gets 2. Just not believing in sharing, Rain.
20 for 8, Brokey now.
Yeah, he is having a fantastic game. It's almost like the analysts know what they're talking about. So good on them and good on him. Glad to see him stepping up. A lot of speculation around his performance and really, I mean, his role on the team. He takes a bit of heat every now and again, being the young gun. But it looks like he's finally coming into his own here. At least against Sprout, he is performing very well.
Brokey posted up. They look to challenge him again, Sprout. They like a slow round after their initial map control to mix success. This is a very strong CT half from FaZe Clan. The struggle is often all too real on the CT side of DUST2, but not for FaZe Clan right now, not with the AWP in the hands of Brokey. Cold Zero has also been instrumental with regards to the mid position, but of course the general FaZe approach to mid on the CT side. Whole team has to come together for synergy. We'll see more harassment in mid from Sprout, starting to creep in with grenades towards CT. Taking out the elevated position with a smoke as well. Cold Zero will have a lot to do here. Sees 3 players at least making their way towards B. This has got to be a rotation now from FaZe Clan. Carrigan falling back. The lovely taps from Carrigan. Cold is here as well. But down they go. They'll give themselves a man advantage as the remainder of FaZe look to retake the bomb site. They've got flashes and smokes, no incendiary to go to the plant spots. They could have cleared where Cressy was standing otherwise. Waiting for Twist to get into position now. See what their approach is. Flashbang, a quick look, doesn't see anything just yet. Fiven concedes his position. Creating some space for Rain, but it's down to Twist now. 1 versus 1. Cressy on the site. Not sure if Twist has seen him or not, but he's looking around double stack. Cressy repositioning. That bomb quite ticked. He's got a kit. Smoke on the bomb. He has no idea where Cressy is, as we can see. Cressy now in the smoke, and I think it's too late to actually win the round. It will go the way of Sprout. A late one in the first half. 5 rounds for Sprout, 10 for FaZe on CT. The sides will change, and maybe the fortunes as well. We'll find out after the break. Well then, Sprout are up against it. This is their pick. They had a noble effort on the CT side of Mirage. Can they have the same on DUST2? They certainly need it. 5 rounds behind the 10 of Faze, who moved to the aggressor side. They have intentions towards long, it seems. P250 on Rain, the rest with Glock, so they won't quite have the range they're looking for, but that didn't deter Sprout with the headshots they had with the Glocks when it was their turn in a pistol on long. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. That's a great start from Twist, but a bad finish. Favor now looking for the taps. 5 versus 3. You can see him really trying to focus on those headshots. Faze continue to engage. Moving forward is Cold Zero. Got stereo frags for Faze now, but a man advantage continues for Sprout. Carrigan picks up the P250, but a bomb is at the point of no return. He's got to press on and find that. And he may be subject to a double or even triple peek if he does so. You can see a quick look in case of a flank, but here we see the wide swing from Sprout now. But Carrigan's on the other side too when they last saw him. Some taps on Dennis. Cressy's got to be careful, 12 HP. This is doable for Carrigan. He sees them closing the distance. He's really going to try and pick his fights carefully now, Carrigan. 9 bullets in the mag, and there goes Cressy down to Slacks. Carrigan, can he clutch it? Patient with the shots, but no. Slacks will just about win that one. That was a nervous round for Sprout.
Not like that. Yeah, man, not like that. You cannot lose another pistol round like that. It's just not allowed, Sprout. There have been too many crazy pistol rounds for Faze in this series, and so they managed to lock one down. And better yet, it's Slacks who manages to pick up that clutch and bring it back for Sprout. He gets 3 kills in the pistol. Feel-good frags is what he needs because he has definitely been lagging pretty far behind. Hardly any impact at all in the first half. And as one of the key players for Sprout, he really needs to step up, and the team relies on him. So him getting a strong start to the second half could bode well for Sprout on the CT side. Need to see him get comfortable. Ooh, and well, getting bopped by Coldzera. There we go.
Yeah, I got headshots as well, says Slacks.
Yeah, nicely done. If he can get a good position, if he can get into a good position over here.
Ooh!
If he starts feeling it on this CT side, man, Slacks could be the one to turn it around here for Sprout. He loves this map.
Repositions, looking for headshot number 3. I would love to see a scout ace right now, but we're not going to see one from Slacks. Maybe from Twist, though. 3 players moving up the ramp, and Twist will get a second kill, but traded. The damage is heavy for Sprout, but they will survive the round. They move to 7. Bomb planted for Faze. They've got some bonus money, but Sprout will catch up quickly, it seems, but can they go all the way and tie the score to 10?
Oh, yeah. This is definitely Slacks' map. 1.22 rating in the last 3 months on this map. So, I mean, and that's 26 times that they've played this map in the last 3 months. So that is a lot of info to go off of. Granted, I mean, it's not against teams like Faze all the time. It's against, you know, the Tier 2, the online. But those online guys on DUST2, man, they frag hard. So for him to have a 1.22 rating,
yeah, and comfort is
that's solid.
Even if the opponent's going to be stronger. It's a well-trodden road for Slacks.
Oh, I thought he had that shot there. So close. But yeah, Slacks is definitely going to be one of the point guys that we want to keep an eye on here for Sprout going forward in this half. Instrumental in forcing the 3rd map. And Train, no less, between these 2 teams would be interesting. But Faze, you know, taking their time, playing it correct. Do we just go bum rush out mid? Is it going to be the cat play? Hope that you can get it. You've got, what, 3 flash grenades, 2 smokes. You can set it up with the smoke wall on catwalk. A few flashes over to the top to force Slacks off and just get that bomb plant and get that money in the round. So I like it from Faze. This is a good setup.
Smokes.
Pardon me?
I haven't got smokes being lined up, I believe. Well, there's one of them.
Where's the other flash?
That's a very good question. Too late to save Rain and Twist. Carrigan with the bomb. How's he ended up down there? I can only assume it fell off one of his teammates and he didn't realize that it was in his hands. Playing for damage there, and there will be no bomb plant. There will be no frags in this round for FaZe Clan.
They even have the molly ready to block off the plant. Do you see that? The molly goes down where the plant would happen. They've got that molly ready. It's like, nah, you're not going to get that bomb plant. Even if Carrigan jumps in and just suicides into CT with the bomb.
Yeah, Twist was carrying the bomb, so Kerrigan probably ended up with the bomb without realizing when he jumped down.
Well, that's an unfortunate turn of events,
It is
some would
indeed,
say.
but not for Sprout. They have a clean 3-0. They've taken both pistols in consecutive rounds, and that seems to be really important for them, considering it's 8 rounds on the board here. And it's their pick, and it keeps it competitive. Kerrigan will charge straight through to long. How far will he go? Little spray, saying hello to the Sprout players on 8. And again, short becomes important. Lose long, hold short. Very key for any CT side. Brokey trying to cut off the rotation, but Sprout are well positioned so far, not moving into his reticle just yet. He's really looking for information, and there's a lot of it, but unfortunately for him, he's found none of it. We can see Rain with a monstrous lurk, really hiding out now as Spiddy looks to clear B apartments. Over 1 minute on the clock, and Rain starts to move through, but he's focusing on... oh, the timing! Well, Spiddy wins it with the FAMAS, gets himself an upgrade as well. He'll see that there's no one else towards this B bomb site, so now comes the push for Faze. There's an enormous gap in that smoke, though. What's going on there?
Gentlemen, the timings are just ever so slightly off, and that is going to cost you. Twist, Cold, Zaren, Brokey, last 3 alive here for Faze, pushing up onto the A site. Cold needs to hop up here and see if he can get that bomb planted, but he is going to get denied.
Twist and Brokey versus 4. Twist running out of bullets. He's only got 2 left. Quick reload as Brokey holds the angle, but angles no more. The taps onto Spiddy on long. Twist now in the clutch. 25 seconds to find 2 more players. He needs the ace. They're lining up for him. But Faven, oh my God. There's so much more play to be had in this game, but that was a very nervous round for everyone.
Sweaty round, yes. The towel right now across the forehead. They need to get that. That is, again, the timing's just not lining up with the smokes, with the flashes, allowing for Slacks to get yet another kill. Exactly what Slacks is hoping for. And, well, now he is comfortably into double digits, 13. He's more than doubled his kill count already in this half after the first half. So he's coming online. There's another one. Could have, maybe he just needs to show Brokey up. It's like, okay, Brokey, okay, you had 20 kills at the end of the first half. Let me see if I can do better.
Kerrigan trying to cause some anarchy, but also, you know, just running out that deep is giving him some information as to where Sprout play positionally.
Okay.
So it's not just you know, running and gunning unintelligently, but he's gleaning information to abuse in future rounds. Slacks jump peeking for information will leave him in regret. Now, can the bomb get planted here? That is the question. Twist seems to be holding the angle with the scout rather than Cold with the deagle, and he may just be successful, just about getting there.
Very nice.
1 kill and a bomb plant for Faze as Sprout indeed tie the score 10-10.
They absolutely needed that bomb plant going into the next round so they can maximize that money. Rain will now be able to full buy. Twist could have dropped the AWP, so they weren't at risk of missing out on the op. Now they're going to have quite a good buy here on Faze, but this is a tied situation now. This is certainly shaping up very nicely for Sprout. They're starting to really get their feet under them here. And this is where we actually see the double AWP come into play for Sprout. Nasty. In the first big buy round here for FaZe Clan, they're going to be running into a double op, and that can certainly ruin their day.
Looks like Sprout are about these CT sides. All the rounds so far. Well, HE towards top mid, but no connection. Love to see a chunky HE like that, but it's a swing and a miss on this occasion. FaZe very quickly take control of the short position, 1 minute 40. We'll see if they focus towards long and what the response might be. Speedy up close, looking for a reposition. Kerrigan almost getting dropped for it. Sprout have got 2 players around the CT spawn mid-doors area for now. They seem to be expectant, and indeed, FaZe have grouped up towards long. With 2 players on the low ground of A, effectively, Sprout could be in some trouble here. But will there be flashes for Cressy? That's a great way to begin things. Gonna pop flash himself out instead. Cold 0 through the smoke in the meantime. Looking for the immediate transfer, Cold. Absolutely savage on long from FaZe Clan. Not over yet, though. 3 versus 2. Slacks, the sound cues will be heard by Kerrigan. He's got to jump on a box or something. Either way, he's going to die. Dennis in the clutch. Cold 0 with angles on the smoke, and he will stop that from happening. Great play from FaZe. They took short early, went back for long, and took everything by force.
The first round and a half here picked up for Faze Clan. So good on them. They managed to actually get through this, and that was with an explosive play and a beautiful shot there from Brokey, who finally chimes in, gets his first kill of the half. Had to happen eventually, and well, in a key round instrumental, just needed to make it happen there for Faze, but it is still going to be a buy round here for Sprout, and they have the double AWP right back into the mix. Faven taking one over towards that B site, and Slack's going to be posted up on Catwalk. What I want to see is some aggression, though. It's not looking like that's what we're going to get here from Sprout. Instead, Speedy is in a position to support Slacks, but this is going to be passive stuff from Sprout for now. Bit of that sit and wait brand of Counter-Strike that I'm not a huge fan of. Not right now, at least. Not against the Faze that are starting to get fired up.
A lot of utility battling for short at the very least, but Faze can see that no one is there for Sprout, although Slacks is on the way back with the AWP. That smoke makes things really awkward. He still peeks. That's such a bad peek from him if there's a T there. So bad. Really disadvantageous. That is such a free kill for Faze Clan. Situation where Sprout really can't afford to lose this round. Literally. 40 seconds remain. We'll see if Cressy chooses to push long. In fact, he's teasing it. But the A-bomb site has been lost. I can't imagine Sprout rotate off B if Faze being taken at this juncture.
Yeah, Raid with a hard lurk right now. They haven't even found this guy again. Now Cressy is finally starting to take a peek out here towards long. Realizes nobody is here. Fine, fair enough. Might be able to make a run for it and hold on to his FAMAS. That would be nice.
It's really unlucky for Slacks. Moving around a smoke like that, when if there's a T there, he's on the low ground. He sees you days before you see anything being that close to the smoke.
And he bopped by Kerrigan twice as well. Round before that was Kerrigan catching him out. This time it's Kerrigan catching him out. Is he just going to get caught up by Kerrigan every round, Bartle?
Maybe. Kerrigan's willing to be that aggressive, so if you give him the opportunity, he'll take it.
So it's an interesting thing. I mean, again, Sprout, I think, have to play more aggressively on this CT side. Like, I want to see lower pushes into, fast lower pushes to catch Rain. If you realize Rain is lurking alone, push together, take the fight to him. If you realize, or get some more catwalk aggression going with these AWPs, you can see the boosts up there. The way that Faze were trying to make work, you can go for one of those as well. See if you can catch somebody out like that. But it's going to be a long take once again here for Sprout. Just enough money to buy. And while Faze Clan themselves kind of just sitting and waiting.
Risky play from Cressy. A solo play. Cole looking for it. But, he's going to choose to take the fights he wants. Heading back in again. Cressy goes behind the door. Difficulties now for Sprouts, as we can see. Slacks on the solo AWP now. Looking for something again, making his presence known. Round 2 of the smoke grenade, but the molly will make it land early, actually. And this time it's a split off the B bomb site. They've dragged 3 players towards A. Spiddy through the smoke. He's done enough to allow Dennis to make a play as well. Desperate plays from Sprout, and it's going to pay off. Brokey now 1 versus 3. Trying to look for the frags, bouncing into the angle, but can't land in time. That's a high-risk play from Spiddy, but he did what he felt he had to do. His teammates were able to play off of his cadaver falling to the floor.
That's the important bit, is that it wasn't just him. It was also, exactly, a swing from Dennis out mid. And so as Twist is worried about his flank, maybe turning away, boom, Dennis is managing to capitalize on his teammate, pushing through CT that way, and that worked out wonderfully. So well played by Sprout. Again, the aggression paying off. They can save both AWPs. They have a very nice buy going into this round. Faze Clan, though, straight up catwalk this time, Twist. Wondering perhaps if there was going to be some aggression here from Sprout. Again, they are kind of still waiting. There hasn't been the aggression down catwalk from Sprout so much this half. And so Faze are definitely ready and waiting for that when it comes, it looks like. They are watching that angle.
Fast take of short. and then take long. Split the site. It's classic stuff. It is textbook stuff. If you have long and short when you take A, it's very limited where the CTs can stand for cover. But this is an important situation. Slacks has a flash, which he may need to supply Cressy with if Cressy goes back to the pit, but he's going to mix things up. Well then, Faze offered some grenades towards mids. They're moving away. Ooh.
Kerrigan was close enough to hear that.
I'm wondering if Cressy got some sound cues there. Either way, they are still out of position, and it's a long rotation for them. They've got to land some shots here. Sprout on the B bomb site. A swing and a miss from Farvin. Dennis out in the open, looking for the multi-frag again. Spotted a bomb at the very least, but they still have Farvin to deal with. Dealt with. Bomb site taken. Sprout out of position. Only 2 remaining. They've got to try and fall back while that smoke is up.
Just barely going to fade back, aren't they? And they're just going to make it. And this is off of Kerrigan. What a read from him. What a call.
Absolutely.
Just working his way out mid, not seeing anybody in CT, and realizing perhaps that this was a wide open bomb site to just crush on, especially when he hears the footsteps from Dennis in mid like that. That's a big one. And so that is such an important round. Faze clan keeping 3 alive like this. Can Sprout survive? They're out hunting right now, Faze. They've got the money to afford. They can afford to lose a couple of AKs here if it means taking these guns off of Sprout. But it looks like that's not going to happen. Gentleman's agreement from both of these teams, and they are going to be holding on to their guns for the next round. We will look at Faze getting up to 13 rounds. Sprout now on your map. That was a nice attempt. Just too tough there. And the nice change of pace coming in from Faze. You know, when they decide to go, they are not hesitating. It is nothing but W all the way.
Indeed. The early success from Sprout has somewhat disappeared at this point. Timeout at round 25 called by Sprout. They discuss the way forward. How do they utilize the MP9 of Dennis here? Maybe there'll be a boost towards short. Faze have been up short fast in multiple rounds, but haven't quite had a meeting of the minds early in the round. So we'll see if there's a change from Sprout in that regard. Slack still with the AWP.
It's a tremendous amount of pressure on Sprout. I mean, considering just how many matches Sprout have played so far this year, I mean, these guys are on just the never-ending grind. And this is the best opportunity they've had so far to compete against Tier 1 teams, and right now it is definitely not going their way. Of course, they would like to pick up a map win here. Nobody wants to get eliminated 0-4.
That's most unfortunate. Spiddy, though, will be able to hold position and rescue the AWP. Farvin hopping up to Xbox. Hasn't been seen. They've got a lot of sound cues, but when does he choose to make his play? Because we've got Brokey coming in from the back of the AWP, but the smoke makes it awkward. Running out of bullets as Flames, he can't go anywhere. Going back with the USP, and he'll do massive damage. I can't believe it, Favin's still going. USP versus Cold, and finally... Oh my God, that is an over-performance. He got up on that Xbox fast in the smoke.
Such a quick rotation, right? Just huge risk-taking now to actually get through it, and we're going to get a replay here. This was the engagement at long already. You can see Spiddy fighting it out blind, finding a kill. But then as that smoke clears up, Favin is there to actually hit the shots. Just chaos, just a chaos round. You can't really, it's a tough one to build off of.
Yeah, it's not something Sprout will replicate, but it comes at such an important time into the clutch rounds of this map of DUST2. That could be exactly what they needed. Another timeout from Sprout. Still not with perfect buy. Dennis hasn't been able to escape the MP9 just yet. But Spiddy will move to the AUG.
Not the end of the world, though, for Dennis if he's playing, you know, close mid doors, or if he's playing towards B. You know, MP9, you can still get yourself in a position to trade 1-for-1.
We'll see where he chooses to go. The AKs and AWP are out for Faze. Money is low for both teams. There's going to be a lot of pressure on both squads in this round. So sometimes the AWP will shoot through the smoke, but when you're covering your teammate, if you fire a shot, then somebody peeks middle doors, and you and your teammate in mid are both vulnerable. That's why he just holds the angle there in case of aggression from the CTs, but Kerrigan will be lost anyway. In the meantime, there's a charge into the B bomb site, and indeed, Dennis is up close with the MP9. 1-for-1 he goes, and Brokey will try and give his team a chance. It's 3 versus 2 in favor of Sprout now. as Brokey moves for a double stack plant. He's committing to it as Rain moves around. Can they defend this one? We've got to boost over the double doors. There are gaps to play with, as you can see. This does work both ways, but on this occasion, the CT's peeking. All three outside now, waiting for a smoke. There's incendiaries they can use to clear out some positions on the car. That's a really strong one. Oh my god, that is quite an answer from Faze. They really kill some time for Sprout. They've all got the fuse kits though, but they have to get into this site and need to get there now. Brokey holding onto the doors. Down goes Spinny. The transfer is here and the trade frags. It goes the way of Faze, and it's Sprout who'll be broken first.
And Brokey, the monster, managing to pick that one up and actually hitting the shot on the window as well at the end there. We're going to get a replay of it as Slacks through the smoke takes down Kerrigan. Dennis, he did get that kill with the MP9 though, got value, 1 for 1. Again, holding close, you can do it, but that just does not work in the end here as Faze are going to get up to 14 rounds, and it's Sprout going for the force buy. This is it, everything on the line now for Sprout. They're not playing for overtime, they're going all in. Have to make something happen here as Kerrigan and Twist move very quickly up short. Rain currently lurking over towards Upper Dark, his usual spot. And so just chaotic rounds. That time it does not break Sprout's way, and Faze once again in position to just capitalize on this. They're going to again take their time clearing out Catwalk, making use of the utility. They have the advantage. There's no reason for them to squander that advantage. And yeah, just group and go. They don't have an op. There's nothing. There's no big firepower here to stop you. If you're Faze, you can take over Catwalk now. And you've got the AWP. You can get Brokey in position to ruin their day.
Avantgarde smokes are out, and the push is on. Twist looks to his right, and he's popped from the left. Slack's looking for another one. Sees multiple targets down, goes Rain. So far, so good for Sprout. They need this kind of round. What on earth is happening? There's 2 Famasses and the Deagles. Utter deletion. That was such a big opportunity for Faze.
What?
Maybe the 14th round is a curse. Sprout should have had little to no chance, and I mean, it basically did, but that still gives you a small percentage, and boy, did they take it in that round.
What happened? Well, talk about a round that Sprout really needed. I mean, we're going to get the replays here again. Slacks doesn't need he doesn't even need the op. Just hitting Deagle shots. Quick rotation from Fev and just guts the push as well. Somehow finds a way to thread the needle and get up into Catwalk. But Slacks holding the line with the Deag.
What a time as well. Look what it's done to Faze. This could be the round that wins Sprout the map.
They actually decided to call the tactical. Well, okay, to be fair, there is... No, what? What? They're going for the force? Faze. Huh. I am shocked.
I think they have to buy here.
You think so?
If they buy here...
Yeah, but next round, then at least you have some rifles to play with.
But they essentially have, I guess, 2 buys. They've got this buy, and if they lose, they can buy at 14-15 as well.
I mean, yeah, you can buy a 14-15, or you can just go for the win. Whatever. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you got some Tech 9s. You can still play aggro here.
There's some maths in it. There's 2 correct answers here, I guess.
Depends on the style, what you want to go for.
Yeah.
I mean, FaZe are playing for the win themselves right now. That's what it is, because if they win this round, they get up on a 15, and Sprout are going to be in dire straits once again.
There are implications if they win this round.
Bold call from Kerrigan. Once again, got the smoke, limiting the vision towards Catwalk from mid. Spitty, just you see, putting some shots through, hoping to get lucky. He's thinking somebody could be jumping up Xbox. Not seen anybody cross just yet, however.
Maybe they read that the AWP is to be found somewhere else. If Spitty is in mid, the AK is in mid. The smokes towards B are deployed. Twist will swing out very quickly. Slightly maimed our Faze, pushing into the site, into the crossfire. And look at this delivery from Sprout. There will be no bomb plant in this round for FaZe Clan unless Cold has the round of his life. 1 versus 5. That smoke will soon be gone. You can see he's concentrating on damage now, trying to maim Sprout for the rounds to come. 37 seconds on the clock. Oh, Spitty being very patient, and the patience will pay off. FaZe achieved nothing in this round.
Why did you go before the smoke blooms is what I'm wondering right now. That first kill, you know, it's like you're waiting for the smokes to block off CT. It's like, why are you not waiting for those smokes to bloom before you show yourself? just because that's an easy kill there, gets picked up for free, and you're already down a man in that situation if you're Faze, when you need every gun possible to crack open the B site on that split. And so unforced errors being made here by Faze Clan, and that is going to hurt them here as Sprout call another tactical timeout. They've still got one more left. Why not? They know this is going to be a hard eco now from Faze because Faze forced up. And so Faze are just going to have to hope that they can get a bomb plant in this round and that they can, get a bye in the next one and force overtime. Name of the game here. Sprout taking it the distance, though, against Faze on DUST2 is fantastic. This is their map. And so if they were going to win a map in this series, this is it. And then you're setting yourselves up for Train next. To be fair, Cold Zero and Rain were pretty scary last time Faze played Train. So it's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination here for Sprout. But winning DUST2, not going down without a fight. That's the name of the game here for Sprout.
Faze really up against it now. That round towards 8 versus the FAMAS and 2 FAMAS and pistols has such a huge impact on the potential outcome of this game. Cold Zero out with the Glock. Target practice for Slacks. There's a chance for a bomb plant. Down he goes. Well then, again, it's target practice for Slacks, and the bomb couldn't make it to the bomb site. Now he's got to get that planted. They really need this money. He's got to commit to it. Done his job.
But you see those those nades going down are just a split second too late, but they are designed to just stop that bomb plant, to counter it. Unfortunately for them, Rain made it just a split second too quickly there. And so there's a massive win for Faze. Getting the bomb plant on a hard eco like that, that was so important. Now they have all the money going into this next round. Brokey is a little light if he goes for the AWP. Well, okay then. Glass cannon up on Brokey. Going up against the double AWP, we have the AUG for Sprout as well. And here we go. This is it. Do we get overtime, or do Sprout take us to a third map? Well, bold play coming in here from Faze Clan, taking over long immediately.
Yeah, and Rain's in position to head towards short. However, because of the lack of fight they saw from Sprout on long, he's going to be careful about that short position and probably read that somebody may be there. Sprout will hear a Molotov on short, but they are still focusing on a retake of long. There's a molly towards blue, dealt with by Cold. Keeps himself some space as well. Oh, that's a meaty one, though, in his direction. Do Sprout round this corner? There's only 2 players here for them. It's a big risk, but Slacks is here. Focusing on short now. Short is a question mark for both teams. He's falling back with the AWP. Oh, mistakes have been made.
That is his stomach dropping through the floor there. Running back with a nade. He only spotted the one. They didn't know. He couldn't know if there was extra people there or not. He had no information on Catwalk. You could tell he was worried about it. So man advantage now for Faze. They still have 2 smokes, 3 smokes. They can make the cross easy peasy and get up onto the bomb site. Sprout now are in a position where they're just hoping against all hope that Faze are going to decide to go B. And unfortunately, that is just not going to be the case.
Well, they've got a fair amount of utility for a potential retake. Short will be very important, but again, neither team has been on short this entire round, so they may not know what to expect there. Spiddy is heading in that direction. That is an interesting smoke. Takes some angles away for the T side. Carrigan struggling to stay alive, and if Spiddy deploys a HE grenade to the site, then we may see some problems. Oh, for the tree position for Goose, the molly. That is real nice from Spiddy. Absolutely beautiful. They're lining up now. This retake is on. Brokey's got so much to do. He's missed his first shot. There's no AWPs, but there are 2 AUGs on the way. I think it's going to go anyway as Sprout. I can't believe it. 3 players just waiting at the B bomb site and come in for the retake on Faze.
If you want a clinic on how to retake A, and with all of the nades, that is it. That could not have been done better. Just the perfect Molotovs followed up by the HEs right on the spot where you would back up. It was just everything was there. They made use of all of their utility perfectly, Sprout. That could not have gone better for them. What a way to finish it. That was sick.
There was some real awesome utility in that game from Sprout. Lovely Incendiary, clutched Incendiary from Speedy towards the end there, and you've got to give them huge credit for that retake. FaZe will feel like they've choked this map after that pistol and FAMAS round on the A bomb site. We will be heading to a third map of Train, but first it will be the thoughts and comments of the desk that comes after the break.